The drivers, characters, and events in TOECAR are fictional. Nobody was harmed in the filming of this production. Now sit back and enjoy the race.
Wait.
What? You could just cut Kyle talking in after.
The Polaroids
after
on the hood.
I just noticed that too.
What's the one on the right? Is that Bellagio?
Yeah, that's right before he died.
Oh.
Oh, his final second.
That's bad news for Harold.
That's bad news for everybody. There's a ghost on the hood. And you know what? We're in Michigan. Welcome to round 2 of the garbage truck series, where today 42 trucks and 43, if not 44 drivers try to win this race. Coming off the heels of last week, one of the most dangerous races we've ever seen in TOECAR history. I can't even believe these drivers are brave enough to show up, yet here they are. I'm Kyle, your host. I'm joined by Matt, Mike, Anthony, and Tristan. Anthony's going to be on pit road today as per usual, or at least there for the start before he eventually goes on his trip. And guys, what are we expecting to see today?
It's going to be a great race. Wow, look at my truck. We'll get to
What
that
is
here.
that?
We'll get to that here in a moment. But Michigan's one of my favorite racetracks. It's a very high-speed track. We see lots of 4 to 8 wide racing. We saw a lot of that last time we were here, but a lot of crashing. But we figured out what was causing that, and we eliminated that. We squashed that. It's going to be a great race here today, and going to be one less person here. Excuse me, 2 less people here today. I already forgot about Craig Mahog. Because,
No, not again, buddy.
And we have a story about this guy later, but we'll get to that. But yeah, Mike, it's gonna be hopefully better than last season. Hopefully better than some of the nightmares I've had about how this race would go. Obviously last week, as stated, a terrible tragedy times 2. Gone too soon, or probably just about the right time in Mario's case, to be honest. But yeah, we're here at the only remaining D-shaped track in existence, like actually D-shaped track. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully they do a good race. Tristan?
Not only is it a D-shaped track, it is also my home track, and I feel like I'm doing a dishonor not mentioning that, so that's why I mention it. Love this track, love these trucks. Some of the drivers I don't care too much about, but nonetheless, we're here, and I'm looking forward to seeing trucks do the TOECAR, as you say, Matt.
The toes are trucks. They.
Well, not only are we in the booth, we got Anthony down in the pits. Anthony, how's things going today?
I'm doing great, but who the fuck was that last guy that talked? I've never heard that man before in my life.
You know, the budget has
He's
been
doing-
increased. We're actually able to pay Tristan, and he funneled all of his money for the whole season into a new microphone. Everybody give a round of applause for Tristan.
Dude, hell yeah.
Woo!
Unbelievable. Very
That's
happy.
our guy. Tax
Didn't
fraud.
do anything.
Well,
Nonetheless,
Kyle, to answer your original question, I'm happy to be here. Last time I was here, there was a lot of snow on the track, a lot of death too. We lost a lot of crew chiefs, including about 2/3 of the boys on Scubs' car. So yeah, I'm looking to see what these tough trucks will be able to do today. There's a lot of room for some good racing, like Mike said. So hopefully they give us a great show.
room for activities, they say, Anthony. But that's not all good news is good news. Fuck. Not all news is good news. Let's try that again. Unfortunately, we had multiple horrific accidents last week. Mike, let's unfortunately take a look at this week's injury report.
Well, we were right about the no soft collections part because these, my God, started off very early. Lap 2, Babe Juth. Dr. Basil said, son, you got the big dumb. Went straight through the grass, came back up in turn 3, and took out half the field, it looked like. Spud took the brunt of that impact. He got a plowed leg from that. Babe Juth's plow might do Spud some good out in his potato fields, but on the racetrack it borrowed nothing but grief. He fought through that for most of the race, but it's been bothering him all week, so he's going to get out on the first opportunity, and getting into that truck, who more fitting than Sport Tender, a fellow farmer, mushrooms instead of potatoes, but a green thumb nonetheless. Andrew took most of the back end of Babe Juth's truck. And our safety team, they said they registered a 90J impact, which, J's, you might think, is that joules or something? No, that's Juths. You're probably wondering, what does that measure? Like, what is that metric? And they actually measured the force of dropping Babe Juth from 2 stories up. That is 1 Juth. I will say they conducted this experiment while Babe was simply sleeping, but what better way to kickstart your morning? When Babe Juth's truck got up in the air, it actually went over the top of Walter Cooler's truck, did a pretty big scrape right along the roof there, and it actually made Walter bald. He wouldn't be the first bald Walter. I wonder if that's going to be a problem for us. Anyway. And then on lap 14, Tiny Stewart, being a menace as always, in the middle of the racetrack with a damaged race truck, causes poor Mario Zandretti to get turned down through the infield and up over the hump and into Lake Pierre. He carried a lot of speed when he went over the hump and into the water. Started tumbling like a speedboat, the truck started getting ripped apart, went underwater several times, actually hit Pierre's car that is sitting at the bottom of the lake, by the way. It held a lot of pond water. It dug into the ground one last time, went about 10 stories up in the air, and then landed right on the roof. And that gave him extreme vertical squish. Mario used to be about 5'10", after that he was about 5'5", so there were some shenanigans that kept him from getting to Halifax in time, but honestly I don't think he would have made it either way. When they got to Halifax, they did find out that he also got a case of ratworm lung disease from the pond water, so that combined with the squish, just too much for poor Mario. I was so hoping he would turn his career around and we would see some great things from him, just like we saw a turnaround with David Gutterball. It was just not in the cards for Mario. We're gonna miss him dearly. Then on lap 20, the Pierre lap, we saw something very, very haunting and similar. Craig Mahog, along with a bunch of others, went spinning through the tri-oval grass. Craig slid back up across the racetrack, driver's side facing oncoming traffic, and oncoming was the bright boy himself, LED lights. Ran right into the driver's side at a tremendous amount of speed. Dr. Basil got to the car. He looked in and he knew exactly what was wrong. Craig had a terminal case of Peyronie's disease. The hog could be cranked pretty hard, but the hog simply can't survive at such an angle. The hog was only with us for 20 laps, but they're going to be 20 laps we'll always remember. As far as LED lights goes, very lucky himself. He's actually going to start the race today. Got diagnosed with a case of gargantuan Chris. He went into the seatbelt so hard that it looks like permanent seatbelt tattoos on him. He did not get any tattoos, so he's going to start today to get his points. And hopping into the truck, somebody who could actually probably power the lights in there. Tristan's going to love this. It's Winter Bynes, the big TOECAR fan himself. I'm elated to see him back myself also. I want to see good things for Winter, and I want to see good things for LED lights, so hopefully they can do something good together here today. And then on lap 26, a little bit of a scuffle between Gudaguchi Asiago and newcomer Jock Strap. Tangled a bit off of turn 2 and got back together down the backstretch, and going into turn 3, I thought we were going to see Babe Juth all over again, and we kind of did, but without the plow it wasn't quite as bad. Guda took the brunt of the impact, went into the wall pretty hard. Actually got light marinara from that. He is Italian, so it is pretty fitting. You know when you ask the waiter for a little bit of marinara, but not a lot, you know, it just makes the noodles a little bit red. You know, fortunately we haven't lost anybody from marinara in what feels like a long time. I think that whole legal problem where we can't have Hans devices in this series, it's not that big of a problem. And if you're wondering about the Hans device scandal with the 55 truck last week, Crew Chief Fent Blinkers is preparing a statement that he'll release at some point. I told him, don't worry about rushing on that. I don't want the media to pick you apart, you know. Think about what you're going to say. So he'll release a statement on social media here shortly. Jock also took a big tumble on that, but normally tumbling's not too bad for you unless you get squished or hit too hard, especially like Mario last week. He landed from like 10 stories up, right on the roof. Not nearly as bad for Jock, he's actually uninjured from that. But not a good start to his season and his career. But Michigan's a fun track. And what better place to turn things around than the Irish Hills of Michigan?
Oh!
Yep, that was it. That summarizes it.
They hitty and they shitty.
They certainly did. Oh god, there's another fucking Ouija board up here. I'm just gonna move that one. I picked that one up last week, and then I had nightmares all week. They just kept telling me August 29th.
Why did you touch it?
I didn't touch it. I'm not going to. I'm just poking it.
You said you were gonna move it. No, don't.
Yeah,
no,
it's a selfie stick. I'm not really touching it. It's fine. But either way, the nightmares were really getting to me. You mentioned nightmares about what we're gonna see on track. I've just been having nightmares in general lately. It's been pretty weird. Well, after one of the most devastating weeks we've seen, aside from Riki Raceway, no surprise to see a lot of names on that injury report. Not gonna be the same without Mario out there. Gonna be pretty similar to how it was without Craig. We barely knew him. That being said, though, I see the 55 on screen, Mike, and why the fuck does it look like that?
Well, we didn't have the best season last season in this truck program, and we wanted to have a lot better season this season. So I hired Fent Blinkers to go on top of the pit box, and he's calling all the shots now. And I said, Fent, just do what you need to do. Get this truck to victory lane as often as you can. And after Leland just fucked it all to high hell last week at Daytona, it was left in shambles. And Fent's solution was just to get out the rest of the duct tape, about $800 worth of duct tape. Like, I cannot believe how much. Like, and that was generic too. It's not even like Gorilla Tape. And he's got it taped up solid, so it's going to be great aero-wise. The windshield got replaced after it almost got ripped out last week. Bumpers are reattached. Everything's ready to go. So this truck, you know, it has some sentimental value left, but the monetary value, it's dwindling.
Well, that truck physically suffering, but some other drivers in the field today are mentally suffering and what's the word for it? Lawfully suffering. Tristan, you have some news about that?
Yeah,
He's right
so
back there.
yes, so if we can get a camera on him, there he is. That's Babe Juth. As Kyle mentioned in the pre-race, we have some news about this guy. If you remember last week, he caused a devastating crash, all because of his stupidity, and he did not want to slow down for the corner, and he used that plow to good use. So TOECAR officials have said he is suspended for this race. However, he decided to appeal that, which that's his right. He's allowed to do that, and by him appealing, he's allowed to run this race. So we don't know when we're going to get a verdict on this suspension. However, it's not looking good.
Get the tape out, Fent.
Another $800 spent.
But to go back to Babe Juth, he is allowed to race this, but he is still waiting for a verdict on his suspension at the same time. And that could be handed out here within the next week, the next 2 weeks. We don't know yet. We don't know how
Maybe
fast
2
these
minutes.
appeals... Maybe. We don't know how fast these appeals go because we've never had to do this. We've never had to suspend a driver before. So we'll just see what happens.
Well, Tristan, they say life's appeal, and then you banana, or whatever. Anyway, let's get down to business of today's Dale Senior Squirt Wrench starting grid. On pole, the 96 car Corey Origami, one of the longest running TOECAR drivers of all time. And alongside him, a brand new driver, the youngest person ever. That's Heinz Harold Hopeless in the 43, replacing Mario Andretti. And Anthony, I hear you have a report on him.
Yeah, no, his name might be Hopeless, but he's really actually hoping to make a name for himself. He's trying everything that he can to, boost his confidence, get less hopeless. He even went to go see a clown, Pagliacci. There's a wild twist, guys, that you won't believe about Heinz Harold Hopeless in his free time.
Well, we're going to have to get to the bottom of that, but not right
He's
now.
Pagliacci the clown.
All right, I guess we are right now. Behind them, Ginger Joe in the 13 truck and LeBron Kitus, our sunshine, in P4. Then they've been calling it the worst row in sports. It's Rusted and Ketchup, our season 1 fraud champion. And then in P6, the 33, Juth is the truth, Babe Juth, a great qualifying effort, 2 weeks in a row. Will he ruin this one? Yes, he will. Let's just find out how. Then, Joplin Moore in that 01 truck. I was pretty mean last week to Joplin, and deservedly so. He's not been doing well. And alongside him, the 55 this week driven by Down Under. And in rounding out our top 10, somebody that's never driven well, as far as I'm concerned, Ron Rombach in that 31. Absolutely anchored me to P55th every single week, it felt like, in season 2. And then Andrew in that 99, desperately needing some sponsorship.
Then we have the guys that didn't quite make Q3. That's right, we have a whole qualifying process that you don't get to see. But starting in 11th, we have Young Strucker, the Body Snatcher, which Anthony has something to touch on with this young man.
Yeah, guys, I went to go talk to Teddy Bundle, his crew chief. We had a typo, by the way. His name is Teddy Bundle. It always has been. Don't look it up. And, I wanted to go see if they had a strategy since they have a good starting position for this race. And I got there, and Teddy wasn't on the pit box. I was very surprised. A gentleman by the name of Mike Hockenboss shook my hand and said he's the crew chief this week, stepping in for Teddy. And when I asked where Teddy went, he just kind of stared right down the middle towards the start-finish line, and his mouth kind of got really wide and agape, and I left because I was freaked out. Back to you.
Okay, well, that's fun. Have fun with that. Anyway, on his outside, starting 12th, it's going to be Joe Swanson, Mr. Legs, in P12. Coming up next, it's not so massive Chris, slightly slimmer than even last week Chris, and it's starting to get concerning. On his outside, it's Muscular Zaxtraphy in a very fun-looking paint scheme that I'm just enjoying so far this season. Starting P15, she big as hell, and she's starting pretty good. I was going to say good as hell, but it's 15th. It's Charlie XXL in that bright green number 20. And on her outside, Little Cornstalk in the 19. Starting the race P17, it's DUI Div. Had a great run last week. I personally thought he had what it took to win. Didn't quite shake out that way. Sometimes it'd be like that. good to see him back to form. And on his outside, Gudaguchi Asiago in race 2 of her first full-time campaign. Let's see what she can do from starting here. Starting 19th, Jock Strap, who didn't have a very good opening race at Daytona, involved in pretty much every accident, and it probably wasn't a fun time. On his outside, rounding out the top 20, it's the most concussed woman in the world, Jackie said.
Starting 21st, we got the 44. Newcomer Spindiana Bones had a promising run last week at Daytona, hoping to do the same here today at Michigan. On his outside, TOECAR veteran Cam Arrow in that 30 truck. Behind them, they got the 00 of Spud, who got the brunt of Babe Juth's plow last week on lap 2, and he's going to be getting out of the first pit stop, and replacing him today on the first pit stop is going to be Sport Tender. Welcome back, Sport Tender. We wanted to get somebody in the agriculture business because, you know, the vibes. We just want someone with fitting vibes to be in the truck. So Sport's going to be getting on the first stop, and Jake Joe in the 2 truck going to be starting beside him. Another one behind them is going to be getting out on the first pit stop. That's LED Lights in the 84, who flew straight into the 77 and took Craig Mahog from us. Apparently Ellie doesn't like cranking the hog. And getting into that truck on the first stop will be Winter Bynes. I know Tristan's going to be happy to see him returning to a race truck.
Yippee!
And to his outside, that's the 89 of Dick Shitfart, who, Anthony, you got some word? Because that's a good new paint scheme he has there, don't you think?
Report on what? That's the school bus. It's the same one he had last week, Mike.
All right,
Yeah, what are you talking about?
look at the monitor,
no.
Anthony.
That looks the exact same, Mike.
That is not on a
the
school
exact same
bus.
truck.
That would get everybody suspended.
What school bus
mean,
were you guys even talking about? He wasn't.
He's
in a
just
school
paying
bus last
respect to
week.
like how he died originally. It's a good,
I mean,
it's a good tribute.
It wasn't really a school bus. It
Guys.
looked like a school bus.
This is the exact same scheme as last week. I don't know what we're talking
Yeah.
about.
Exactly.
No, that is what we're talking about. Mike's saying
All
We're
right.
all saying the same thing except Mike here.
Young
Anyway,
Stroker must be near.
Dumbass.
Anyway, behind them, last week's winner, Chick and McNugget, both of them arguing over who gets the custody of the trophy, even though you know, they share their arms, so it wouldn't be going far no matter who gets it. And to their outside, that's the 9 of Walter Cooler. And rounding out the 20s in the 30th, we got the 8 car, that's H. And to his outside, Dad Gum in that gum truck.
Starting 31st in the 77. That's not Craig Mahog because he's dead. But taking over for the 77 now is Oki Finoki, who, you know, had a strong showing in his first ever stock car event last week. And let's truck, I guess, but let's see if he can do a full season with this 77 and put it all together. To his outside is going to be the 02 of Scubs.
Scub.
Next row, we got the 90 of Kobe Keith. And then to the outside, it's the 14 of Tiny Stewart. Starting 35th is the 17 of Pitt Manhoover, who had a start. Yeah. That's all I can say. He had a start. To his outside, someone else who also had a start, or someone's, I should say. It's Mike Candy, and then Ike obviously going to be in the car at the first pit stop. Truck. Fuck. Next row. The 86 of Dr. Chemo Slice, back at it again as usual. Good to see him at the track every week. And to the outside, that's the 51 of Cease and Desist. And rounding out the top 40, starting 39th, is the 32 of Mateus Paiva. I hate him. And then to his outside is the 34 of Steel Park.
Rounding out the field in 41st. It's the 41st car in the field. I don't know why I sang. Let me try again. And starting 41st is the 41 truck himself of Among Us St. Brown. I don't really remember seeing him last week because I'm pretty sure, besides me being stuck on that thing, he only ran 2 laps. Hopefully he runs more than 2. 3 would be a good start. And last but not least, it's the other rookie, 11 packs a day, rounding out the field. Let's go to Jason Payson for the command.
No.
What a camera.
Okay. See you guys later. Drivers, start your engines!
Harold?
Harold?
Sounded
What
like
the
Harold
fuck
to
is
me.
Harold doing here?
Guys, just because he sounds old doesn't mean it's Harold.
But he's the CEO of old.
That's true.
Yeah. He's been old since before anybody else was old. Got like that thick pace truck.
42 trucks make their way down into turn 3 while Matt collects himself. Corey Origami, man, what a run this would be if he can keep that truck up front. I feel like he's been anonymous. There we go. For about 2 or 3 seasons.
And somebody
Yeah,
who's felt anonymous his entire life, Heinz Harold Hopeless. A great qualifying run in his first start, starting second on the outside row. I hope he can have a great run for Mario here, because Mario was one of
For
my
sure.
favorites. His death really touched me, and I'm sure it did for everybody, so let's all cheer for Hines.
Here we go, boys.
Another day, another bogey. Wiggery.
Boogie, boogie.
What a insane start for that 96. Already about 2 car lengths ahead of everybody else. The 13 trying to follow him through. And
Didn't check
Joplin
that truck good enough.
Moore already essentially on the apron there. The downside of running that low, you don't have all the banking you have in the other grooves, and I think you're going to see people kind of figure that out as this race goes along. Joplin just figured it out there, dives back to the middle, right behind that fraud, Rustard and Ketchup.
Look at this. Joe Swanson. Ooh, it pushed him too much. Joe
Tight.
Swanson was shoving Ron Roundback down the back straightaway. Didn't get off him soon enough and about wrecked a lot of people.
Car's on the apron already, jeez.
Young Stroker does not care. Oh no, he's going to care about that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here we
He's
go.
gonna get hit.
Oh,
Oh, God. This is going to
Oh,
be bad.
no,
What
Dick
a
shit
bad-
Oh, fuck. Dick Shitfart in the fence.
Oh, and Mike Candy. And
Oh,
Ike
my
Candy.
God. Oh, Okie Finoki. Oh.
And the
Back
school
on 4
bus.
wheels.
The school bus up and over. All of those kids will be late to school today. There's Jason getting in the wreck. Oh, you hate to see it.
As they are racing back. Wait, what's that? Guys, I am getting breaking news right now. On that 33 truck, the verdict is in. The suspension has been upheld. Babe Jute has been suspended for this race.
What?
Oh, man.
Anthony, what are they saying in the pits?
Yeah, guys, Bill Bullshit is actually walking down to the 33 pit stall. He has a rope with him. It's like a lasso. I think they're gonna lasso him out of the car physically.
Ted Lasso's here?
guys, who's going to get in that? Oh no, this can't be him with the binoculars.
Oh, guys, I can't believe.
Is
He's right
that
next to me.
Mr. Frog putting on a helmet?
Oh, no.
I can confirm, Mike. He is putting on a helmet. He's stretching. He is giggling. Guys, I think Mr. Frog is making his racing, official TOECAR racing debut here.
Oh, dear.
no.
Oh, no.
With
Well,
a
that gets
plow
sorted.
on the front of the truck. Well, he's not pulling in.
Guys, I don't see him coming down.
Guys,
Gonna
he's
be
not pulling in.
repercussions.
Oh no,
He's
is
gonna
he
get in trouble.
refusing?
Oh, my
And when
God,
he sees
guys.
fighting. Hey, is he? Give me those binoculars. Hold on.
Gentle.
He's got a laptop in there. He's arguing with them over Zoom right now, I think.
The shades of LW wrong on his legal case in the race car. Babe Drew's trying to point his case to Bill Bullshit and everybody else in the TOECAR staff. I don't think they're going to hear him out after the history he's had.
Bill, I don't have it. Bill, I don't have the TOECAR. Bill, even if I did have it, I don't know where it is. You can't have that. You know what happened the last time. Am I alive?
All right. Let's
Cut
look
my
at some
feet, cut my
replays while
feet.
this happens.
All right. Well, while we got things getting sorted out with the 33 team, let's see what happened for this caution. It looks like Charlie XXL, big as hell, ran into not so big as hell, Massive Chris, and it kind of caused a chain reaction
Oh.
here. Oh, there you see Dick Shitfart getting into the
Oh,
fence.
Mateus plowed
Ooh.
into the 40 truck.
That
Holy
40.
shit.
Andy.
Oh, my
Oh.
God.
Rolled over Tiny Stewart.
Oh my
And-
goodness.
Poor H. I think H caught an entire right front tire to the window net there. That 40 truck went absolutely flying. I'm told that Ike Candy hit his head off the roof of that truck 3 separate times.
Oh, that was just Jason.
Guys, they need to stop. Slow children are crossing.
Let's take another look at this. Looking at Dick Shitfart in this 89 Gooner High Life truck, because, I mean, I have eyes. I guess the rest of us here don't, but everybody getting squished up into the wall, and then, H gives him a good push there, gets him turned over, and then into the fence. Oh, a big squish there with H and Mike and Ike. But then Dick's just going to go tumbling up over Tiny Store, going to flatten his spoiler out. That's going to be good for him. And then Pitman Hoover's just shaking in his boots. He's about to pull his on him.
Pull his
Mr.
what? Sorry, a
President.
noise happened.
Oh, sorry, I said pull his on him. Stop doing that!
Can't say shit. Right on board with H here. Everything's getting wide, just trying to find a place to run, and all hell breaks out in front of him, and boom. And a lot happens on this onboard.
Oh.
There's Mike and Ike,
Oh, my goodness.
and
Ooh.
there's flipping. Oh, God.
But, guys, did you see that 00 miss this crash? Everybody around him was in it, and he slid right through.
Okay.
And here you see these two stupid sons of bitches. They're going to go right down the bottom here. Look at that 37. Whoa! They got a little piece, but could have been way worse. Last week's winner showing they actually can think once in a while.
Not a good start to the career for Dick Shitfart, though.
Welcome back to Michigan, where we're once again getting ready for a restart. Ginger Joe, your leader. And guys, we actually had a few drivers actually get out of the car there. Spud in that 00, we saw that wreck avoidance, got out safe and sound. Sport Tender's going to be driving that thing the rest of the way, and that 84 right alongside him. That's supposed to be LED lights after that horrific accident last week, though. Tristan, it's your favorite. It's going to be wind turbines in that 84.
I love wind turbines.
That being said, Jason making his way back down the pit road. The 13 going to lead the way to the restart zone, and we're going to be underway once again. Lap number 7, once they hit the line, the green is out.
Kid named the line.
And guys, it's worth noting that Babe Juth did not get out of that 33 car yet, or truck yet. He is still protesting. But he's gonna have to get out of there sooner or later, otherwise it's just gonna get worse for him.
I'm actually being told the suspension is collecting interest the longer he stays out here. I'm not sure what that means, but I do know that Bill Bullshit will collect.
Dick Shitfart ain't got no hood no more. All the way in the back there.
Oh my God!
Mike,
Last
your
thing
truck
you
is...
wanna do, if your Babe Juth has caused another accident.
That's
But yeah,
what I was about to say. He's getting wacky and wild out there.
Yeah, that thing's taped up solid. Look how much draft it has all by itself.
Mike, how is it that your truck is always just like in the way somehow?
Well,
whoa,
you gotta think about who's driving it, Kyle. It's always the people that didn't make it in on points the last season, so there is a talent factor.
Finoki.
These guys seem
and he did great
confused
in it.
out there.
Look at that.
He did.
They just be swerving. Check it out.
To 3 and 4 here. This 55 has just been in the way. Oh, no! Chicken McNugget.
Oh!
Pitt Manhoover Mateus looks like might have got a piece of that one.
Oh,
Does he get back
Pitt!
to
Oh!
Good
He's
gracious.
Back on 4 wheels.
Gonna drive away.
Oh, and
Looks like
Ruster's
it.
destroyed. That's anyway.
Somehow Rustard's more beat up than that 17 who tumbled over and over. Oh, and he's losing more spots as he gets to the line. You hate to see it. They're going to lose all that funding.
Fucking park, Kyle. Dumbass.
Let's be nice. Let's be nice.
Matt, this time I'm going to do it.
Caution's out. Oh, wait. Is he coming down? Is he finally coming down?
He might be yielding, guys.
Well, lessons learned are lessons learned. It might have took him, what, 3 or 4 seasons. He's finally going to follow some instructions. Babe Juth making his way down the pits. It looks like everybody's going to follow him down, too, about that point in the race. But the only difference, he's getting out of that thing, and Mr. Frog is getting in. God help them all. Anthony, they're coming to you.
To do what?
What? Dude, all right,
What?
he's not on
Oh
pit road.
shit! Damn, they're down here, guys. Sorry. All right, I'll talk to you later, Bill. All right. So yeah, basically they're gonna do the driver swap now. It's gonna be quick. Luckily, Mr. Frog has very strong legs. They're just gonna hop him in the car. Bill Bullshit's got the lasso. Watch this thing. 1, 2. Are they changing tires? Nobody tells me shit. Mr. Frog's not on pit road anymore, so we're not doing tires. He's
Mr.
in the
Frog
car
already
now.
on the attack. He's trying to
look at
he's trying to
Heinz.
intimidate the newcomer.
And
I just wanna
he
give a
almost did.
Shout out Heinz Harold Hopeless, man. He is hopeful.
He's the leader now.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess so.
No, he's not. Shout out to who just stayed out. You see him right back there.
He's
I
a
think
lap down.
Oh, never mind. Shout out to
Yeah,
me
don't
who was
shout
not
out
paying
him at all.
attention.
What was that?
Sorry, I said okay, but I ate the mic.
Sorry, Young Stroker got on our channel. Back to you.
Well, guys, it looks like this crash is going to start the same way the last one did, with Massive Chris getting hooked by somebody. This time it's Rustard and Ketchup. And then that just collects Chicken McNugget and then just squashes Rustard up in there. And then Pitt gets turned around, and then Steel Park just making sure he gets finished the fuck off. Oh, and then Pitt's going to come down right in front of Mateus, and then he's just going to start tumbling right down towards the pit entrance. Look out, pit road. But he's going to land it back on all 4 wheels and actually start driving away, surprisingly, so... Things might not be
Wasn't too
Oh,
completely
big of an
over for Pitt.
impact. Riding on board with Tristan's best friend, who is also hoodless.
Nope.
They just obviously wreck in front of him, and almost avoids it until that moment right there, where he throttled up and flipped Pitt over on Haley.
You know, and I've been saying it for years, guys, but Mateus is a piece of shit for that.
I mean, guys, I'm hearing from Rob Pockets. Evidently, that 42 in a lot of pain after getting smushed in the wall. He said over the radio, and I quote, "They squished me elbow."
Oh.
Can't even type properly anymore.
And we're back at Michigan.
That we are. Jason Payson going around turn 4, nice and smooth, a cool, calm, collected 55 miles an hour. It's a lovely day here in Michigan, and he wants to get a view of all the nature and people around him. But getting down to the pits, that 33 no longer driven by Babe Ruth, driven in fact by Mr. Frog on the outside of the front row behind Harold Hopeless is our leader, at least for now.
Oh, Muskie Zach, he
I
hungry.
guess so.
We've also done some journalism, and it turns out H was on the lead lap, so I have no idea how he didn't end up being the leader there. But nonetheless, it didn't matter, because he's about to be P55th in about a second.
Okay,
There's
working
not
his way up.
55th trucks.
Yeah, I hear
it on his race so far.
Ooh,
but
four
it
wide
don't
front
matter.
on it. 11 packs today from dead last all the way up here.
Oh.
For now, it's getting it's getting
Oh,
Mr.
Mr. Frog already trying to do dumb shit.
Oh man, they should have held him in the pits and made him restart from the back. If we're being so for real, Heinz Harold hopeless. I'd be hopeless too if I was next to that fucking guy on the racetrack. Here comes Okie Finoki out of nowhere, up to help a fellow newcomer Heinz Harold Hope. Never mind, he ditched him. He wants the lead.
It's been unbelievable to see what he's been able to do in such a short amount of time. Okie Finoki winning the Pocono race, doing a pretty good job in the Plot 55 start last week, and now he's full-time in Craig Mahog's former truck.
Wow.
They are 5 wide and handsome, kind of, some of them maybe, down the front straightaway. Some of them are
It's
god
winter.
damn ugly, let's be honest.
And, you know,
so 4
Tristan,
wide.
as we see Winter, let's take a ride on board if we can here, Mike. Let's take a look at what Tristan's favorite driver's doing. And Tristan, this is your home track. How do you get around this place?
Well, you mash the gas pedal, right? And then every so often you'll come up to one of these turns. You just turn the steering wheel, right? Well, not right. You turn it left. And
No way.
then you gas up again. And then there you go. You just completed a lap.
Oh
I mean-
man, Winterbine's thought about going 5 wide for a second there. I don't like this, guys. They're too cheeked up.
I love it. Love me some thick
Oh,
old
there it
cheeks.
is. There it is. Oh god, hard in the outside wall. Gucci going, spinning like a top, gonna save it. Looks like everyone's
Season
gonna
assist.
figure it out here, but caution's
don't-
out.
I don't think anybody's too damaged after that. Somehow, a bunch of them was smushed up to the wall, but nobody hit super hard. Looks like Mr. Frog gonna lead us back.
Hello.
Hello, but
Hello indeed.
Trouble.
Let's take a look from high above at the Bridgestone bubble. You're gonna see cease and desist gonna get hooked. Is that H?
That's Andrew.
Or is that Andrew?
Oh,
Andrew gonna
it's
turn
Andrew.
him right down into Gucci. Oh, Steel Park just got a virus hitting the wall that hard. Kobe Keith, we didn't talk about
Look
him.
at
No.
Got a piece of that. And yeah, look at the 89,
And
the
Joe.
2,
And
Whoa.
Pitt. Wow.
Pittman
Oh,
Hoover.
God.
You know, they say TOECAR is all about racing back to the line, and Pittman Hoover is embodying that spirit right there.
Someone was on the apron in front of this. I think it was Mateus. Yeah, it had to be. Just absolutely, like you said, racing back to the line. Got to get all you can.
You know, this is where your money's made right here. This is the risk you take when you sign up to be a TOECAR driver. There's no money, there's only glory. And Mateus was taking his and then some down into turn 3.
Take a look at how Dick Shitfart got around this crash here.
Oh.
All right, we can't see it from here, but there he is. Check that out. Did you see that? He just moved to the right and didn't hit any of the trucks that were crashing. That's the Dick that I know.
You're not the dad who stepped in, you're the dad who stepped up.
I can't really step on anything anymore, guys. They gave me clown shoes. Anyways, we're coming down to the restart here. Jason pacing him, bring him down pit road. Start of lap 21. It looks like Winterbine's in the lead, and our hopeless friend Heinz Harold starting on the outside. Boogity.
Guys, don't let
Well,
Mr. Frog
apparently-
hear that.
Apparently, Winter Bynes is in the 33 now.
Well, you know what they say about pit reporting? The facts are made up if you feel like it, and that was absolutely what just happened.
Look at you. Oh, no.
Oh, no!
Oh, no.
Shit!
Oh.
Oh,
was
fuck!
huge.
That's oh, and Okie Finoki gets.
Oh,
that's-
no.
Watch out! Oh my God! Who let him back out on the racetrack?
Sport tender.
Spud.
Sport.
Oh,
Oh.
it is sport tender.
That is Spore Tender. No,
Oh,
no,
man.
no. Oh,
He
he was
upside
just
down.
here for a one-off.
She big as hell, and she leads the race.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm being told that Mr. Frog's in the 33. My bad.
Yep.
I'm being told we didn't ask.
Oh no, she big as hell and she leading the race, but that was bad as hell what we saw in the backstretch. Let's take a look at that.
Oh, more.
Oh, they're right in the background. No,
Why do you guys
Joe
always do this to
Swanson
me?
spinning like a top little cornstalk down the track. People still swerving.
Unbelievable.
They're going everywhere. Gudaguchi Asiago says no, thank you.
Oh, they're all right.
And there's
hate it
still some
here.
trucks coming. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Oki,
Oki knows what to do.
Oki.
Oki's the smartest person we've seen in TOECAR. He'll be fine. See?
Person.
You know, that's right. I'm being generous.
TOECAR.
Oh,
Trouble.
He's upset. What is going on tonight?
All right, what happened now? Looks like the 13 gonna turn the 31. Surprisingly, not Ron's fault. You're gonna send the 6 down, and they're gonna fucking obliterate the wall here. Oh my god! They all pop up in the air. The 13 gets really close to flipping, doesn't. You see the 77 get plowed by the 70.
And then watch this.
Oh! And you know, I wonder if he was in so much pain or potentially even on medication. We talked about how he broke his elbow, according to him. Somehow Rustard still stayed out there, but fucking completely pile drove Spore tender. I really, really hope Spore's okay.
This is
He
the
doesn't
second
get back on
time
4 wheels.
this 42 truck has blown a motor today. Hopefully it's the last time, and hopefully he doesn't get the fuck back out here. Tired of him.
If he gets another, he'll get the fat trick.
I'll suck that little.
Okay, we can't include that in anything.
editing, Michael.
Yeah, it's just a fat. You guys never seen a fat before?
Not in a few hours.
On board with Rustard and Ketchup through this one.
What are you
Guys,
laughing
things
about,
are,
Mike?
Things are getting unhinged up here in the booth, but not as much as the cars, trucks. There's another 500. Are in turn 2 here. Oh!
Goodness. Oh, and a little smooch to the 13 on his way too.
God, the noise of the 00 flipping is insane.
Guys, Adam Sandwich is not happy about a second engine being blown, but he says, good news, I have a third. I don't think they're going to put it in, hopefully.
Welcome back to Michigan, I guess. She big as hell, and she lead the field, Charlie XXL. And guys, I don't want to be that guy, but like I feel like Charlie is bigger than last week, and it's kind of making me think about the whole Massive Chris situation. But anyway, I'll get to that later. We're back.
She's
Green,
sucking the
and that
soul
truck
right
green.
out of his.
I'm gonna keep an eye on it. If Massive Chris keeps getting smaller and she keeps getting bigger, there needs to be an investigation. But right now, Massive-ish Chris, not so Massive Chris, is investigating the lead. Oh, and they're investigating the apron.
I'll tell you what, Matt.
And they're investigating each other.
You might
Hey,
be
yo.
onto something with
Look at
that.
this.
Oh, he
Oh.
wants it back. He's got. Oh no,
Oh, not
no,
again.
No,
Mind
no, no, no.
that.
Stop
Oh my
turning.
God.
Stop turning relative size Chris. Good God, this
See,
is like 3 or
it's
4
the
times.
less weight. The less weight
What?
is making him easier to manipulate on the racetrack. To be honest
You
with
know, Matt, you bring up a great point. When he was cultivating mass, you never saw him move around. Now he's getting bullied every week.
Yeah, no, look what's happening. Charlie XXL gets up there, and she's just muscling her way around. Look at that. Swerving at, she's swerving at him down the backstretch. What is that about?
And you know, to kind of go off your point there, Matt, I think maybe because she big as hell, she had a slower acceleration because that was a horrible restart. But
Yeah, oh, and look at this. Big block from the 43 truck. Heinz Harold hopeless. Not so hopeless so far today.
Oh, guys, physics is about to happen. Charlie on the bottom here, slinging it in.
4
look at
brain
that
drivers.
go.
Whoa! Look at her
wide
slide
lead.
around.
Dude, and
Can't.
give a
Are you
call to
gonna say
Among Us St.
Spindiana?
Brown. No.
Oh.
Among Us St. Brown started next to last today. He's up in the top 5. This is an amazing
The last
comeback.
place starter is leading.
Yeah, I know,
It's
but
a
that's not,
topsy-turvy day.
that's not my narrative, Matt.
All right, well, my narrative is that Spinziana Bones is now going for the lead. All these rookies up at the front, and check out who's right behind him. It's Muscular Extrophy making a move to the bottom of the racetrack with fellow veteran Massive Chris.
Ron Routback's up here too, guys.
He
That's
sure
pretty
is.
impressive.
And who else is that? Is that Joplin Moore?
It is
It is
Joplin
Joplin
Moore.
Moore. Look at this. Riding on board.
I'm looking.
Ooh, Heinz Harold Hopeless to the bottom. Gets a little loose. Not going to work.
Now he's just throwing it down there, making it stick.
This racing
Gotta
is
shake that
incredible.
thing.
Picture.
Muscular's actually going to poke his nose on the apron. Heinz Harold is
Oh,
losing
God.
spots hand over fist right now, guys.
4 wide into turn 1. The 55 duct tape car truck is up here. Another 500.
Mr. Frog,
We did not pass go either.
not doing too great. I mean, he's hanging on to top 15 right now, but getting his footing.
Oh, Dr. Chemo
That's
Slice
Dr. Chemo
just blew
Slice.
up. Oh, no. I
Speeds are
forgot
just
he's
too
even in this
fast.
field. I'm
Oh.
not going to lie to you.
Dude, Joe Swanson almost got fucking hooked into the opening of the pit wall. What a save by Joe, putting those 2 recently returned legs to good use.
He was
I've
kicking
been
and
slipping
flailing.
in the oil. Gotta watch out. Gotta watch out on that end of the racetrack this time.
Andrew.
And they're 4 wide for the lead. Where did Andrew come from?
And 11 packs a day also up here going for the lead.
He was leading earlier.
This is a great track.
Bruh,
to be a
how is
new
he so
driver.
forgettable visually?
Only gonna be coming to 8 laps to go this time by.
Oh, it's
Guys, real
coming
quick,
down to it.
86 of Chemo Slice, he just kind of forgot that the shifter was there and said, what does this do? And it looks like he money shifted, guys, for no reason.
Oh, he hit the explode button in the car. You hate to see it.
Oh, wait,
terrible
it's
day.
9 to go.
I can't do math.
That's okay.
Oh.
And the extra lap.
The extra 2 miles.
Yes. The extra
Down-
D-shape oval.
Mr.
Ooh,
Frog
Babe
looking
Ruth
on
on
the
the
inside
apron. Or
again.
sorry, Mr. Frog.
It's pronounced
Pardon
oval,
me. Oh, and dude, Muscular's atrophy is just loving running the apron down the front straightaway. Just keeping that thing as low as possible, and it's not working out, but he keeps doing it.
He's
Not working
lost
at
a
all.
tremendous amount.
Look at all that momentum he lost.
He's not giving
Wow.
up. Look at this! Plot 55 duct tape piece of shit going for the lead.
Down
Never
under.
mind, it kind of stalled.
Oh
Down
yeah,
under
that's who's
the-
in the truck.
Yeah, down under the leaders, which is almost going to be Among Us St. Brown right now.
I don't think we've said down
Trying
under
to get
since the
there.
grid.
Well,
We just said that.
down
piece
under,
of
down
shit
under,
55.
down under, down under, down under, and down under. The leaders now goes Ron Roundback. They got to stop doing this.
Thank
It's
God
not
yours
gonna work.
not in the car. Oh no!
Oh, fuck,
there
they're
goes
right in for the lead.
Spindiana.
Spindiana Bones upside down on the back straightaway. Many
Oh.
trucks piling into this. It's all of our rookies.
Oh.
Spindiana gets clobbered. They're wrecking
Oh,
some
they're wrecking more.
Oh, Scoops.
Oh gosh.
Whoa!
Look out. Look
Steel
out.
Park.
Oh!
Oh, Winter.
Fuck.
No, that's not Winter. That's Gouda.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Yeah, go.
Dadgum.
and there's more.
Oh,
There's
no,
another wreck up here. What the fuck's going on?
Where?
Somewhere in 3 and 4, I saw smoke and skid marks. I don't know who it was. Somebody
Might-
hit that outside wall a ton, though. You could see it there.
Probably my truck. Well,
Hey, the one good thing, Mike, you can't tell when it gets damaged now.
You know who didn't wreck? Mr. Frog.
That too. Caution.
Taking a look at what happened. Hard racing for the lead. And eventually, they just got together. His 11 packs a day. Turns Spindiana Bones. Spindiana Bones kind of came down on him. Can't lie. But now he's flipping down the backstretch. And more trucks just kind of get collected up in this. As I was saying, it was a lot of our rookies. Oh, there's another one. Jock Strap, who hasn't done fuck all today. We've not talked about him at all. Piles into that crash. And yeah, a lot of trucks scattered along the backstretch. And then more was going on up here. Andrew sliding around the racetrack. And guys, I think he's about to get clobbered.
oh.
Bang. Go to Gucci Asiago. Slams into him. Slams into Dadgum. Turns Walter Cooler around. There's Pitman Hoover. Some other trucks that got through this because they were so far off the pace on that long green flag run. Back on them wheels.
Looking out the back of Spindiana Bones here. Yeah, he just comes down across 11 packs a day and then gets flipped up and over and starts tumbling down the backstretch and then gets cleaned out by Jacques Strap. That's going to finish his great day. His second good race finally coming to an end. And then just more shit up in the front there. My God,
Oh
it
my
doesn't get
God.
any easier to watch. Luckily, none of those impacts right there involved crucial parts of the roll cage, so I'm sure both of these drivers are going to be joining us in the future, but definitely does not feel good.
All right, let's start up right on board the 70 truck. Mrs. Pasta herself. Right around turn 2, right in the middle of 3 wide. Really know where she could go. She's trying to find her way through this. That's the 77 of Okie Finoki to her right. Gonna go low. There's a hole. Oh, couldn't quite get there. And this 70 is gonna top over and over and over. There's the 74, Dadgum flipping. And guys, she's not moving.
Bellagio Asiago's turn is not happy. He did not have a comment at this time for that incident.
Maybe she was next after all, guys.
All right, we're gonna take a look at the replay here. Wait a minute, why is Sportender out here? I thought he. All right, Sportender's all right, guys. Anyways, here's the wreck. Yep, that's a wreck.
They are crashing. Ooh, and they are hitting, and they are sliding, and they are gliding.
And then watch the 99 here. Just gets
Oh!
drilled
Oh.
so hard. Hellacious accident here in turn 3.
Oh, Mateus almost cleaned out Walter Cooler.
So
Just
close.
Mateus.
Oh, thanks.
Oh.
Thanks, Down Under. Just gotta add more tape for Fent.
Do it
The
right
only
now.
thing I'm picking is my butt.
Welcome back to Michigan, where we're gonna have to make some picks, guys. Gonna come down to 2 laps to go here. Mike, who you going with?
For me, it's pretty obvious. It's Mr. Frog. He's running second after this incredible race. He ran the crew chief race one time. I don't remember how he did. Too many stats to keep in my head. But I love Mr. Frog. One of my all-time favorite characters. I mean, people. Let's go Mr. Frog.
Matt?
I gotta be so for real. I think Charlie XXL is big as hell and gonna win as hell this race in that bright green Brat Summer truck. She wants that trophy. It says it right there on the back.
Justin?
You know, I'm going to take the same route as Mike and pick a sub-driver, but this one's going to be Winterbines in the 84 back there in 8th place. I think he's going to do it today.
Anthony, who you got on pit road?
He's not an imposter. I'm going to take Among Us St. Brown to get his first win today.
That's a
Oh,
great
wow.
pick.
That'd be something.
And I'm going with that pink 02 truck, guys. Scubs. He's going to pull it off.
Scubs.
Most of his crew chiefs
Like
died in the crew chief race here. The 2 survivors are going to bring the victory lane today. And we're going green. 2 to go. Who's going to win it all in Michigan?
Laps remaining.
Lamore wasting no time with that Pontiac driving right up the middle. Relative size Chris on the bottom there. Can he get a push from Among Us St. Brown? Or will Among Us St. Brown make a move on him?
Mr.
Come
Frog
on.
hoping he gets a push there
Ooh,
from
here
Ron
comes
Roundback.
Chris. I'm just gonna call him Chris.
And they're
He's
3 by
down
3
low.
already.
Well, Among Us St. Brown. Oh, and a Chicken McNugget abandoned them. They try to move up. They're gonna hang tough down there.
Oh,
Oh,
four
it's going to be
wide.
tight. It's going to be so tight.
Oh, they're touching.
Ooh.
Lots of contact. So far, so good.
Oh, trouble.
Oh, they're
Oh,
wrecking.
trouble.
Oh.
Cease and desist. LeBronchitis. There's probably going to be more here.
Oki
Oh,
got a
wow.
case.
I think they're all
Oh,
right.
God.
Oh, sport tender. Holy shit. Came flying in there.
Well, that's going to put us under caution. We're going to have a green-white checker.
Oh!
Oh, fuck, the wrecking coming back to the caution. No. Oh, no, no, no.
Oh, and he's got that thing locked up. I think Muscular Zachfrey was a little disoriented after that huge hit. Finally got his way about him now. He's going back up to the front. What a fucking impact, though.
That could have been way
What
worse.
do you do now? His tires are definitely flat spotted. That's not going to be fun.
Well, the same formula strikes again. Cease and desist is just going to come up the track into the 14 there of Tiny Stewart, come down, bounce off the 90, and then that just hooks the 30 of Camaro up into the wall. Cease and desist also gets up in there. Oki getting a little piece of it, but everybody getting through pretty clean there. Look at Dick Shitfart, we love him. And our Sunshine, love him too. And Hines, love him too. And Jake Joe, he's pretty cool as well.
Dick gained all those spots right there, and Mateus followed him through. Because I believe that was them. Yeah, they would take the caution there. So some spot improvement, track position for Dick Shitfart and the other hoodless car. Riding on board with Okie Finoki here as the wreck unfolds in front of him. And yeah, I mean, he gets it woed up, but then somewhere in there, the 6 truck runs into him. Couldn't really
All
tell
things
from that on
considered.
board.
Did a good job avoiding that. I know he got a little piece of it, but he used his brakes. That's something most drivers don't do.
That's true.
This is coming down after the caution. Another hooking, guys. Chris gets hooked by Lamore, and then Muscular Zachfrey pays the price. Luckily, not too hard of a hit, but that's definitely going to scrub off a little bit of speed here, which is not going to be great coming down for a green-white checker finish here.
Oh, God. And they all just kind of pile in. Get a little bit of nose and rear damage on just about everybody back here.
A little
What
bit
the hell?
shorter after today.
Welcome back to Michigan. We're headed for our green-white checker, and this is actually going to be the last green-white checker attempt we have, and no matter what, turns out Pennant Waves dropped the flag. Let's not forget, a little shaken up after this past few weeks. We no longer have a caution flag. So, 2 laps, Godspeed, get back to the line first. That's what it's going to come down to. Massive Chris is our leader. Charlie XXL still in second, but we saw humongous damage to the wall there. Same can be said for Muscular Jactrophy in third. And Joplin Moore. I've been making fun of Joplin Moore, but Joplin's in P4 and could easily win this thing.
Oh, we're going to have to tear a yellow shirt off of a fat guy in the stands, but know what? Here we come. One more attempt. Time to make it count.
Here we
And we're
go.
green. And she green, and she big as hell.
And
Oh, I'm excited.
regular Chris had the worst start of all time. That's the least clutch thing he's ever done. Joplin Moore to the bottom.
Already making a move. Oh, that's not going to bode well for Charlie. That's my pick. Here comes Muscular Jactrophy. He doesn't give a fuck about his flat-spotted tires or his crinkled nose. He's going to try as hard as he can. I don't think he's going to be able to lead the line, though.
Mr. Frog
We're
up
about
here.
4
Come
wide
on,
up
buddy.
here.
Let's see how tight they get here.
And you know who loves
Oh,
to
here
see
comes
this?
Mr. Frog. He's
Joplin
cutting
Moore.
under him. Whoa, he about turned him down the front stretch there.
Here
We're
we
gonna
go,
make
guys.
it to the
White.
white.
One
White
to go.
flag.
Four wide.
Oh, this is
All
going
right,
to get
among
tight,
us,
guys.
St. Brown. He wants it. He can smell his first victory. Oh, he slips up on the bottom. Here comes Mr. Frog. Oh, fucking Jesus fucking Christ. No, my God. No, Charlie, no. No.
We're racing back.
Massive Chris, Joplin Moore.
Chris.
They're side by side.
Chris
Massive
is
Chris.
going to clear him off turn 4.
Massive Chris, a winner at Auto Club in the past. He's gonna do the double. He's gonna win at Michigan too. Massive Chris.
Double
Welcome to the
D's for
playoffs.
Massive Chris.
Holy
And oh my
shit.
God, get every ambulance in the tri-state area down to turn 2.
Oh no. Congratulations to not so massive Chris. But what the fuck
Why,
did we
God,
just see
why?
off of turn 2?
And
Ah!
you know, usually we wait for speculation. Let me be the first to tell you, they're fucking dead.
No, Charlie. She was big as hell.
And guys, I'm hearing she actually can't go to heaven. They can't lift her that high. She's gonna have to go to hell.
Oh, Gilbert Grape. Give her Gilbert Grape.
Well, guys, another great race with another unbelievable finish here. Let's see
Tragedy.
Charlie XXL getting hooked just like everybody else today into the wall hard, and then up into the fence with Ron Roundback. Both of them. Oh my God! And then Mateus.
She's too big to be landing like that.
And guys, Mateus is no
Look at
longer
Ron.
speaking Portuguese. He came over the radio speaking Spanish. Not a great sign.
Not good at all. At least he's speaking, Anthony.
Barely.
And they're making me do the Charlie on board.
Jump and do it.
And she was trying to win the race. And she. That was my pick.
Hey
Boom,
guys,
clap. The sound of her head.
I gotta say one thing about that wreck. The one thing I like about that wreck is the catch and job.
That's good, Tristan. Keep that up.
She was big as hell.
Riding on board the one truck here. And guys, Lee Emergency was hired last week. I'm told he went down to that. Oh, there's a whole other wreck, by the way. I'm told he went down there and he didn't even know if those were human body parts left. That's how bad that crash was. Poor Lee Emergency, man. What a first day on the job. Anthony, we're all in shock in the booth. You mind going over this one?
Yeah, I've got the iPad down here, avoiding what, just ignore what's going on in the back. Among Us St. Brown gets turned and having a great run, gets into last week's winner, Chicken Mick, and, good avoidance by everyone else, but tough break for last week's winner and Among Us St. Brown. They just really, oh my God, they really needed to have a good day. And on the last lap, they kind of got cooked. Who's that next to Mateus?
The Joe.
Oh, who
Guys, they have to do something with these trucks. They're going to kill somebody. And here we are on board the 31 truck. And let me just say, I saw this coming a mile away. This guy kind of sucks ass. And now he's not here to argue with me about it. So this is the proof. You're going to see him. I just wouldn't have died like that, honestly. I just wouldn't have done that. It's a skill issue. Goodbye, Ron Romback. Hopefully somebody better is in that car. It's a shame that Charlie XXL got caught up in his mess.
This guy might need some sensitivity training. Fent, get the tape.
And right on board Mateus here, who Anthony said is speaking Spanish.
Oh,
Not the first time. Oh my God! I was gonna say not the first time he switched languages on us, but I can understand why he is now. That's a hellacious crash.
Guys, that crash was pretty damn cool. So we're going to look at it a few different ways, different onboards. Here's Jake Joe. Wabba!
Oh, that's bad.
Goodness.
And now Dadgum's turn. Right underneath. Oh my God.
You know, he might have implemented the safe air barrier, put it over top of that truck, escaped it by the narrowest of margins.
And then one more look from Spindiana Bones, who barely, oh my God, barely misses the 20 truck.
Can't look at it.
Chris won the race.
Well, another day of racing action is concluded. So have 2 lives. At the very least, we're hoping Mateus is okay. We think he is. He's talking Spanish, so that's, more communication than we've gotten from at least 2 drivers today. Massive Chris, or should I say relatively sized Chris, is your winner. 87 thousandths of a second over Joplin Moore. I've been pretty mean to Joplin this season, mostly because he's done fuck all since he showed up. But a great run today. Mr. Frog going to come home P3. That's great for Babe Juth. He's going to actually get credit for starting this race, even though he was suspended. Muscular's actually in 4th. LED Lights rounds out your top 5 as we look through the rest of the top 10 and so on. Matt, who stood out to you today?
I got to give an absolute shout to Heinz Harold Hopeless for the beginning of this race. At least things didn't really work out quite as well in the end, but still a good showing on his debut. Yeah.
All right, how about you, Mike?
I love this race. This was definitely a one for the classics book. We had great racing. We actually got some green flag runs in here today, something we were definitely looking forward to. And we got the TOECAR crash of all time right there at the very end. And getting some more word from Lee Emergency. Mateus, Lee says that he is so damn lucky. Charlie hit him mostly on the passenger side of the roof. That whole side of the roof is gone. It did get knocked into his helmet, so that's probably why he's speaking Spanish now. But Mateus, his life doesn't seem to be in grave danger right now, but we will keep you informed on that. But otherwise, great race today. Like Matt said, great run for Heinz in his first start here today. Unfortunately, didn't get up top 10 or a top 5 in his first start, but ran up front all day long. Just a beautiful race. I hope we see something similar with the Cup Series at Auto Club tomorrow. And man, we're gonna have to take a quick flight.
Yeah, guys, I think we had ourselves one of those classic Michigan races and had a little bit of everything, a little chaos, a little death, a little fun. I had a lot of fun personally. A lot of good finishes for people. How about Winter Bynes filling in for LED Lights in the 84, coming home top 5. Great run for him. Obviously, same goes for Mr. Frog in the 33. A lot of feel-good stories here. Obviously, hats off to not so massive Chris for winning the race. Stellar performance today, and it's already shaping up to be one of them good old classic TOECAR seasons, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's next and what's in store for us the rest of the season.
How about you on pit road, Anthony? I know you didn't see too much, but
I can tell you what I do see is why the kids love the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but I can also tell you I see a bunch of dum-dums down there from 36 to 42nd that didn't finish the race. And there's the potential that we could be seeing some injuries next week. I mean, Gudaguchi, Andrew, Rustard, and Ketchup, which it says pissed in there, but it really should say prison because that's where he belongs. There's a good chance we could be seeing some more injury news next week, so stay tuned for any updates on that. I mean, rounding out the field, I hope Ike Candy's okay. I mean, I expected that car to come back out, but I know he took a tumble in that lawn chair. Maybe Mike Candy can at least keep that going. And young Stroker to Body Snatcher finishing in dead last. I have a bad feeling about Mike Hockenboss. He might meet the same fate as Teddy Bundle. Now, what does that mean? I don't know. It was just texted to me, and I'm not gonna respond. I don't have that number saved. Anyways, back up to you guys.
Well, after a somber mood, it's like they always say, they were both good drivers. One of them was a good person, at least. But they'd want us to forget about them and move on. So we will. Tune in next week. We'll go to... Oh, God, is that Trenton? We go to Trenton next week?
Oh, let's
Well-
go. Harold's gonna love to watch that on TV.
Well, we're gonna kill more people probably. Anyway, from the booth here in Michigan to wherever you might be listening to this, thank you and good night. She was big as hell.
It's okay, man. We'll get through this together.
It's gonna be a big casket.
They gotta fill that crater in on the backstretch.